A long time ago, in mythologies and cultures around the globe, there was a revered sacred tree. And much like all these beautiful trees here around us today, it went by very many different names. The tree of life, the tree of immortality, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, the Bodhi tree, Yggdrasil, even the Christmas tree, and many others. It's even made its appearance in a few modern epic tales, such as Lord of the Rings, Black Panther, Avatar, Game of Thrones, and many others. It symbolizes the fundamental framework of reality and its interconnected nature within us and all around us. It's a powerful tool to understand ourselves, our world, and our journey through it. Recently, on my personal journey, I used to live down in San Diego, and after some surprise changes there, it was time to find a new home very quickly. I went into meditation, as I often do, and got clear insight to move up here to the San Bernardino Mountains. It was not something I would have thought of, but I've learned to trust those intuitions, and I went for it. Within a few days, I was able to find a new home up here in these mountains. I fell in love with the small town, the mountains, and of course, the trees. After I got settled in, I did a bit of research about the ancient people that lived in these lands. They were known as the Yahavatim, or the people of the pines. And this is one of their petroglyphs coming up here. In their creation mythology story, after the great creator spirit created all life, it died. And the tears of the first people fell upon the land and transformed into these pine trees, which were of great importance for their survival and their spirituality. I felt that I, Aaron Michael Pyne, had found his people, the people of the pines. Since then, I began to have very many profound synchronistic experiences with the pine trees up here, including being gifted of this pine cone staff and being led all the way to this very stage in this pine forest to give you this talk. I began to wonder, had the trees sent me a private message in that meditation, inviting me to join them up here on this mountain? Since my youth, I've been into mythology, spirituality, meditation, and trees. They've always been a source of inspiration for me, their sacredness, their beauty, their majesty. In times of challenge, they've been a place of solace for me. For me, it goes way beyond just hugging trees. My favorite mythology about the Tree of Life comes from the Norse, or ancient European. In their Tree of Life mythology, the great cosmic tree, Yggdrasil, contains 9 different realms of existence within its branches and its roots. And the gods and goddesses traverse these many realms on their epic quest, much like we each must traverse many realms on our epic life's quest. In my 17 years of teaching meditation and working with individuals, I found that the Tree of Life mythology is a profound tool to help us realize what we're capable of and unlock that full potential. It's no wonder that it was found in pretty much every ancient religion, spiritual practice, and culture around the globe. Through my years of studying the Tree of Life and meditating with the trees, I've started to condense some of the core principles that I found throughout them all, and I'd like to share them with you today, perhaps allowing you to integrate them into your life. At the roots of the Tree of Life is the underworld. Don't worry, it's not that scary of a place. I've been there. It represents the roots of our past, the culture, the traditions, the experiences of our family lines, and our own personal experiences that have led us up to right now, today. It's the depths of our unconscious. And here, there's much wisdom, knowledge, power, experience that we can draw from to sustain us and help us grow. The branches of the Tree of Life are reaching up to the sun, drawing forth that light, much like we each must reach up to our dreams, our aspirations, our visions, our future, our heaven, our paradise, our enlightenment, and we draw that light forth into who we are right now today. It's also in these branches that we share our fruits and our seeds. These are our creative gifts, our offerings to the world around us. In the center of all this is the trunk of the tree of life. This is our current experience right now. It's how we show up in the world, how we engage with life, what we're doing in the world in the moment. And it draws forth from the roots of our past and the vision, the future, the heaven that we're trying to create into the now moment. In the Norse mythology, this was known as Midgard, or Middle Earth, the realm of humanity. It's our human experience right now. In the center of all that is the heart of the tree. And the ancients knew that the heart was the most powerful center of life force within us. The Heart Math Institute in modern times has scientifically shown that the heart is the most powerful center of electromagnetic energy in our body. The field produced by the heart extends over 3 feet in every direction and is 100 times or more stronger than the electrical field produced by the brain. They found that this field is actually broadcasting out information around us about our internal state of being, and is also receiving information about the external world into our heart. So right now, all of our hearts are actually in communication. Potentially even with those tuning in online or watching this later are accessing that same field. Other scientists have also shown that plants and trees are communicating with electromagnetic currents running through them. They're finding more and more the depth and the complexity of these relations and interactions. Even showing that when plants or trees are injured, there's surges in electromagnetic energy, much like when humans are injured. Communication with trees in the natural world has been a practice since ancient times. In my years of meditation with the trees, they're very alive and willing to communicate with those who know how to listen. It seems to me that science is starting to also realize the same truth. Now, I'd like to take all this wisdom and allow you to experience it for yourself. I'd like to guide you on about a 2-minute meditation with the trees, the heart, and life. So you can sit back in your chair. You can have your eyes open or closed. And I invite you to take a few deep breaths. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your body in the chair. And as you breathe deeply and comfortably, feel your feet rooting into the earth, grounding you, connecting you, stabilizing you, and sustaining you. Allow yourself, just like you're breathing in air, to breathe up energy from the earth, just like all these trees do. And with another deep breath, if you're comfortable and mind your neighbor, bring your hands above your head. And while we're shaded, but you can still access some light from the sun. And imagine that sun coming down through your fingers, your arms, even the top of your head. Drawing in that energy, letting it energize you, vitalize you, and perhaps inspire you. With another deep breath, bring your hands to your heart and feel that pulse of your heart. Feel that pulse expanding through your body and perhaps even expanding out around you. Then I'd like you to pick one of these beautiful trees around us, or if you're at home tuning in, you can look out a window or even just imagine a tree. And notice its uniqueness, its beauty, its details, its presence. And allow yourself to connect with it like you're seeing an old loved one. Perhaps breathing with it, exchanging carbon and oxygen. Your electromagnetic fields perhaps communicating in some way. And for a moment, just allow yourself to be like a tree, present, allowing, feeling, curious what a tree might have to say to you. Trees are crucial for the survival of humanity. They provide us with so many resources, including oxygen, food, textiles, medicine, lumber, beauty, and to me, so much more. Humanity's journey around the earth has been deeply interwoven and entwined with trees, both for our survival and our spirituality. It seems that modern man has forgotten this. It is my intention to help rebuild this relationship. My idea worth sharing is an ancient one. That the connection, the wisdom, and the mythology of trees can help us to save them, protect the planet, and unlock our own potential. My hope is that humanity remembers this before we cut them all down. So I invite you, while you're up here in Skyforest or the next time you can go out to nature, to take this meditation and have a conversation with one of these giants yourself. You'll be amazed at all they have to say to you. It might be the best social network you've ever joined. May the forest be with you. Thank you.